Now I want to bring your attention to a story which is not making the kind of noise it should. 8,000 people in a Canadian city have been without drinking water for 3 days. The city's water supplies have been contaminated. The water is not safe for consumption, even if it is boiled or filtered. The city's mayor has imposed a state of emergency. The price of bottled water has risen to $9 Canadian. Failing to afford it, many residents are rushing to rivers with containers. The question is, what is the Canadian government doing and what happened to the water in this region? Our next report brings you all the details.
Situated in the northernmost part of Canada, some 1,200 miles off Montreal, is the city of Iqaluit. It's an isolated city with no road or rail links to the rest of the country. It can only be reached through air or sea. On Monday, the city's local council declared a state of emergency, asking its residents to not consume tap water for drinking or for cooking. It is said this applied to boiled water and even filtered water. The council also advised pregnant women, along with newborns and infants, to not bathe with tap water. Why was this advisory issued? Due to suspected water contamination. The city's authorities say they've found evidence of petroleum hydrocarbons or fuel chemicals in the water. How did this happen? They don't know. They're investigating quote-unquote infiltration at a water treatment plant. They suspect this could be a potential cause, but they haven't ruled out other possibilities. It's been 3 days. The investigation is still on. The advisory is still in place, and the city's residents are struggling. Look at these images. Many of them have turned to a nearby river. They're collecting fresh water in containers, taking it home and boiling it for consumption. Others have lined up outside filling stations. They have to wait for hours for their turn. Some are also sharing containers because the city's grocery stores have run out of them. What about bottled water? It's in short supply. It's also expensive. According to the local media, 1 liter of bottled water in the city is currently selling at $9 Canadian. That's about 546 Indian rupees. It's appalling that of all the places in the world, this is happening in Canada, a country that ranks #1 in quality of life, a country that takes pride in providing the best of services to its people. What is the Canadian government doing? Last we checked, it was planning to fly in about 80,000 liters of water from Ottawa. The process has begun, but the crisis persists. People are upset. They're venting their frustration on Twitter. Some are putting out pictures of them boiling water. Others are worried at how the elders and the poor are coping up. And then there are pregnant women voicing their concerns for their unborn child, slamming the city's authorities for lack of communication. It's a sad state of affairs, and it's getting buried in small columns by the global press. Bureau Report, WION. World is one.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.